So it's Monday night and we're getting very close with our first car. I thought I'd walk you through that, but also just if you have a glance down here, you can see all the different fittings we've got. We're still obviously building the other 3 cars, but this is the array of parts. So we go through and we order everything we need. Thanks to our friends at Speedflow for supplying a lot of this stuff. If we look at the car, we've got the rear bumper on it. We've got the tail light in at the rear wing. A lot of these parts are handmade. Like you'd think you just go to a dealer and buy a tail light for one of these cars, but it's not like that. So it is all handmade, comes in a number of different pieces, and the engineers put it all together, glue it up, and then we install it in the car. All the bodywork is on the car. You can see we've just drilled a hole and put the aerial in the back of the car, so we've got to wire that all in. The fuel tank is done. If you look at the top of the fuel tank, it's not using the nozzle to refuel it. We pump the fuel in and out, which is what we do at a test day. So we haven't plugged it all in and wired it up so the refueler works yet, but we will. If you look inside the cabin, we have the foot tray, but it's not in the car. Gear sticks all hooked up. We've run the car up. It all runs fine. Seating is proper. Steering wheel's on. So all that part of the job is done. Doors are all hooked up and ready to go. If we come around to the front of the car, this is one of the more interesting parts of the car. The front bar on the Commodore was one piece and just mounted up and you put a couple of bolts in and away you went. This one is 3-piece. So it's quite a complex piece of kit, and I'll be talking you through that in one of our videos coming up soon. But we've got the front bar on this car, engine's in, we're waiting for the restrictor, we're waiting for a few parts, and really that's the thing that's going to trip us up a little bit. So we had to make a difficult decision this afternoon on what we do about testing for us. We're going to wait and go testing next week. It enables us to get more of the other cars done. If we just take one car down and shake it down, then everyone's away from the shop. And as you're about to see, there's still a lot of work to be done. If we come over and have a look at our car, sister car to the build of this particular one, still getting there, but we don't have any front bar parts for this. We've got the rear wing on. The inside's coming along. It's quite close to that car in terms of build progress. If we look over here, you can see that the 3rd and 4th car still have a lot of work to be done. Still waiting for a lot of parts for these cars, but as you can see, the guys are still beavering away. We've got all the engines for the cars that we need. They've all got transaxles in them. We're fitting up the bodies, and as these cars start to come to life, we'll talk you through it. So that's where we are here at BJR at the moment, and we'll give you another update in a couple of days.